There we go. Should all be starting to work. I'm just finishing setting up everything and then I'm gonna be right with you guys. Thankfully, the neighbor has been blissfully quiet all morning. And I'm just hoping that it stays quiet and it don't start like drilling into the wall again or something equally frustrating. We can all dream, can't we? Now, I need to take this. I am just sharing the stream where it has to be shared. I am starting kind of quickly today. I think I gave about like a 10-minute warning because finally had some time to stream. Which is nice. I'm gonna let the company know. Throw it onto our Discord. And then we are pretty much good to go. Where is it? Here. Okay, Discord does not like the short links. Let's fix that. Like so. You have to go. I hope you're having a good morning. It is currently mid-afternoon for me. Local time is 2:50. I'm not going to be streaming at this hour a lot on Mondays in the future because let's face it, I would be working. The kids would be gone at 2:50. The kids are gone. I would have been alone for approximately an hour. So I would probably be grading something, or prepping for tomorrow, or something else equally fun. Hello, Carla. How are you doing this morning, afternoon? I am so confused on the time. The neighbor is quiet, so we can actually do things. I'm currently contemplating if I'm gonna stream again late tonight. So maybe for an hour or two, because my husband is gonna be away, and I was maybe thinking we would do another game. Like something slightly different for like Monday evening streams. I haven't quite decided yet. It depends. I'm gonna see how I'm gonna be and which game I'm gonna pick. I have 2 games in mind at the moment. One is called Spiritfarer, and it came out like a little bit ago and it's apparently supposed to be really good. And the other is called Song of Farka, and it just came out like on the 22nd. I don't know if they're good, so we're just gonna have to figure it out. Maybe during the end of the stream or later in the stream when we have more people here, I might just throw up a quiz and ask which game people are interested in. Never know. Now, is everything sorted? Sorry how long it takes me to get everything going. Thank you for your patience, Carla. It's so nice to have you. Now, last time we were playing, we went all the way up here to the top. We talked to the dragon, who was not very keen on this whole making peace business. He told Iceheart that Shiva inside her is not the real Shiva, and now Iceheart is a little bit upset about the fact that she has just some sort of a spirit in her and she doesn't know who it is or what it is. But I mean, it's not like anybody asked her to let herself get possessed by something horrible, but I guess, yeah, that was her choice and now she kind of regrets it. Understandably. I mean, she did mean to do something good. But she was also doing a lot of bad things. But we are trying to get things sorted. We have learned a little bit about Antonian. His parents were actually killed by Nithok. So, Astinian, yeah. So his parents were killed by Nithok, which is kind of sad. And she is sad, and the dragon does not wish to help us. We also noticed that the dragon actually is missing an eye, Hraðvelgr. So the only dragon I had known about missing an eye was Nithok, but Hraðvelgr is actually missing one of his eyes too. And he told us about how the whole dragon war started, at least how the dragons remember it being started, which was basically the humans and dragons used to live along in peace, and then came, I think his name was like Thorhaldur or something. The king, he wanted the power from the dragons, so they attacked Nithok's mate, I think she was, and ate her and her eyes, which is kind of messed up. And since then, everyone has just hated one another. It's kind of bad. Now, I'm currently playing a conjurer, white mage. So let's just see where this takes us. Oh, she looks so sad.
Well, what do you propose we do now? I, for one, am intent on continuing to the east.
What is there to be found in the east?
Nidhogg's lair, the Eyrie, is said to lie in that direction. And the eye tells me he is near.
You cannot still mean to slay him.
You cannot still mean to stop me. I have been true to my word, and aided you in this fool's errand with Hraðvelgr. But your efforts at parley have come to naught, Lady Iceheart. I would see Ishgard saved, and for that, Nidhogg must die.
Oh, their sister, not
With the tale of our ancestors' vile betrayal yet ringing in your ears, you speak of continuing this war?
Nay, lady. I would but pierce its vengeful heart. When Nidhogg dies, this war shall die with him.
A moment, Astinian. You yourself spoke of the Great Worm's strength, that you believed him powerful enough to raise your city to the ground. How then are we few to challenge him? Even behind the stout walls of Ishgard, with an army of knights manning the defenses, our victory would be hard won. Yet you propose to contend with the beast in his own lair.
In close combat, this will afford us an advantage. And if the tales are true, the Warrior of Light has bested many an invincible foe. But such speculation is meaningless if we cannot even find the worm. Our first task must be to seek out Nidhogg's lair.
The story of this nation grows bloodier by the moment. Must death always be answered with more of the same?
Oh, Alfie's being a
Such is the way of things, I fear. I shall consider it a miracle if mine armor is not stained crimson ere this conflict is ended.
I forgot to turn on the music. Let me turn on the background music. I mean,
I should be blinded by my own lies. Everything I believed, everything I thought I was, gone. All gone.
Leave her. Your words will not reach her now. And we have not the time to wait for her to gather up the pieces of her shattered faith.
Can I not just walk over and take her hand and lead her with us? It doesn't look like she's gonna just stay behind. I think she would be easily led somewhere. Oh, Nithog, Hraðvelgr, or whatever, and the dragon Thordan killed are from Midgardsormr first brood. Oh, thank you. I forgot Midgardsormr actually talking about that. when you're taking in so much information, it's really easy to forget some things. So I'm very lucky to have you, Jet, and Carla especially now, to tell me the things I'm forgetting. Hey. What false god is this Shiva? What manner of phantom have I welcomed into my heart? Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I can't say that I'm completely opposed to Estinian's idea. I mean, the dragons don't seem very keen on ending this war. So, one way to end it is to, well, kill the dragon that keeps on calling for war. But at the same time, if we kill him, what isn't there then just another dragon gonna rise up and call for war again? It feels like we're in a bit of an impossible situation to fix. Also, if I do have to kill Nithok, do I have to touch the eye? I do not want to touch the eye. It looks really icky, and I don't want to touch it. It seems so gross that he's just walking around with the eye. Like, what if we just return the eye? Just like we bring it as a peace offering, go like, hey. Yes, a lot. Always give your little sassy dragon a very close ear. I will try to do that. When the time comes for me to do a lore video on... Oh, wait, is this? Yeah. Defeat enemies as you search for the air. Okay. Eventually I will do a lore video on like this part of the story. And then I will sit down, I will play through it again and like study it very closely. Yeah, there's a lot I still don't know. This morning I just finished the lore video for next Saturday. It's on the very basics of the Ether. So, like, no major lore events or like major class stories or anything like that. It's just like the bare basics of like, this is Ether, this is the magic, and this is how it's elementally like connected. So I go over the elemental chart, and that's about it. I have a feeling this thing there is somehow connected to Nithok's lair. And I'm planning... So the basic idea for that video is that anyone, no matter where they are, like, where they're playing... I'm gonna go that way. Oh. Excuse you. Don't do that. So my idea is that anyone, anywhere in the story, like, even if they just started, because Ether is basically mentioned in the very first video, like, very first cinematic, when you're on the carriage or the boat, and the peddler tells you, like, oh, it's all the ether, like ether sickness. And then the game doesn't explain anything. So my idea is that video can, like, explain the basics of ether without spoiling anything necessarily. But also giving, like, the basic understanding that might help you understand, like, why we are hunting all of those crystals and why we need this specific elemental crystal when we're fighting Garuda. The week after, so the next one I'm gonna start working on is the origin of the science, which is gonna be like the same idea. It's just give basic understanding of where they come from. It's also gonna be good for me because I know a little bit, but not enough. I know the science of the Seven Dawn are created after the Calamity, and before that they used, or either like after or around the Calamity, and before that there used to be two groups. One led by I think one that Minfilia was part of, and then another one. And I'm curious to find out, like, if the tattoos maybe relate to it. So that's gonna be my next project of figuring out. I'm trying to stock up on some lore videos so it can be a few weeks in advance for when school starts again. The first weeks of school are always a little bit hectic. Which is fun, but I'm gonna have a really big class this year, so that's gonna be a little bit more hectic than usually to, like, get to know them all. in the last 2 years I've had about 20 children, like 19 to 20 children as I start the year. This time I believe I'm gonna get like 25. Yeah, I'm gonna check the 1.0 story, that's the plan. So I can give like the basic understanding of like what was going on. So the next 2 videos, like after next week's one, is gonna be basically, oh, hello dragon, is gonna be the science of the Seven Dawn, where they come from, and the second video is gonna be focusing especially on the battle at Cardanu. I haven't decided if I'm gonna make them into like a 2-part series, maybe, if that would make more sense than to do like 2 completely separate videos. But the idea is at least to go like one about the science, one about the battle at Cardanu, because that's also referenced a lot through the beginning story. And after that, I think I'm gonna like continue with the story a little bit as we go through the primals and the sylphs and everything, get to know the different beings. I have like a whole list of things I want to do a lot of videos about. Like I want to do one on the gods, I want to do on different characters and such. It's a lot. I have I have more than a year's worth of ideas. Just doing, like, I would just like doing like a story of just classes even. Just one big lore video focusing on the conjuring class and their story and how they work. And then another one about the white mages and so on. I just really like the lore in this game. It's really fun.
Is that it?
Okay, so that actually is it. Great. It looks bad.
Aye, that would be the Airy. I feel Nidhogg's presence through the eye, his caustic hatred gnawing at my soul. 'Twould seem the death of his consort has put him on guard. Mark how he wards his lair with tempestuous winds.
A similar barrier once barred our entrance to the primal Garuda's domain, until we discovered the means by which it could be penetrated.
I'm gonna need some crystals.
Mayhap it is time we called upon Master Garland. It will be just like the good old days, no?
Yes. Oh, it's gonna be nice having Sid over. I have heard this new voice, I think, once. It's gonna take some time getting used to. The new voice is a little bit hard. They're very jarring. Oh, Carla says, to understand your little sassy dragon, you could do one video on the Battle of Mordona and the Agrius airship and Midgardsormur. Oh, let me write that down. That is a great idea. Let me see. I would like... That would actually be a really perfect time to have it... So around the Crystal Tower, maybe? Battle of Mordona and the ship. Thank you. I am putting that on the list. That is definitely... I think that video would fit perfectly when I go into the story of... Like, shortly after the Crystal Tower story, I would like to go into the story of how... Well, the whole this with the dragons and stuff. So before we go and talk to the corpse in the lore videos, I would very much like to have a whole explaining, like, how he died, what happened. This is a great idea, Carla. Thank you so much. It is on the note now, like, on the list. Estinian would have you enlist the aid of Sid Garland. Yeah, sure. A force of sufficient power to break through our primal defenses might conceivably grant us access to the Airy. and I can offer no better solution. Pray consult the engineer friend of yours. Very well, on the condition that you swear not to lure Nidhogg from his lair in our absence. And steal all the glory for myself, you mean? Nay, I'm not so selfish as that. Contact me by Linkpearl when your preparation are complete, and we shall set forth from Ishgard together. Battle of Silverter Skies. Thank you. I suggest we rendezvous back at St. Renet's Forum, Melisty. From what I glean from the Holy See, decidedly ambitious airship projects, it will still be in Ishgard. Yeah, or in, like, the Floating Isles. Go meet with your engineer friend as I remain here and keep vigil over the worm. He's just waiting for us to leave so he can fight it alone. Sure of it. Funny fact, they keep on saying, like, nay. That's actually how you say no in Icelandic, so it always sounds really funny to me when they're speaking English and then randomly, like, nay shows up. Because I registered it as an Icelandic word. Oh, and there we have even more. I just cleaned up all the side quests here last night. Now, Rennes Forum, where would that be? Well, it's at Ishgard at least. As we run over there, I'm gonna remind all my lovely viewers who are watching. I can see there's like 4 to 5 of you right now. Remember to press the like button if you do, like if you're willing to, obviously, because it helps with the YouTube algorithm, and my channel is tiny and YouTube doesn't really care about me. So it's not very keen on the whole sharing my stuff. When last you saw Mr. Garland, he was advising the Asgardian of the hailing airship, correct? In that case, I might still be at Camp Cloudtop. Failing that, we could try the airship landing, or mayhap even the Sky Steel manufactory. But let us not waste time searching aimlessly. Someone in the city surely to know where to find him. The question is, who? Sir Aymeric would seem the obvious choice, but there is no guaranteeing he will be able to grant us an audience at short notice. Ah, I have it. Count Edmund's youngest son prides himself on knowing all of the Holy See. Juiciest rumour. Let us return to the manor and see if Lord Emmy is about. We come as this going, since I'm not sure what is spoiler in that lore. I'm not saying anything. That can be a very clever way to deal with it. The last vigil. Let's see. There we go. Now, that's a pretty outfit. I need to go talk to Master Emmy. I know his name is longer, but they were Emmy and Artie, wasn't it? That was my fix on being unable to say their names. When it comes to exchanging information of uncertain origin, Lord Emmy is something of a prodigy. Ah, yes. We were fortunate to find Lord Emmy at home. The tavern keeper's loss is our gain. If we look at like the height of these two, he looks to be slightly younger than Alfino. Already working as a servant. Like, how young do the Ellison kids start working? Ah, the hero returns. How goes the fight, old girl? Well, I trust. In search of Sid Garland, you say? Then say no more. The tavern full of talk in the name of said silver-haired genius has cropped up more often than most. I hear he has been tasked with getting that monstrous airship the Holy See commissioned to actually fly. It would seem the project has been plagued with mishap from the first in any case. Garland's ironwork employees are known to frequent the airship landing, and I'd wager the master does so too. The airship landing, yes, I thought as much. Come, Melicity, we must find Sid and trouble him for his expert opinion. Oh, so, like, Wedge might be over there. Wedge and... what was his name? I forget. I'm supposed to know what they're called. There are two of them. Okay, where... oh, it's up there. That's the... it's gonna be quicker to just run. Servants start to work as soon as they can walk, or they starve to death, says Wickham. That fucking sucks. But I guess life is harsh. It used to be harsh for, like, in our world too, and is in some places, I guess. I am very fortunate that even if I did not grow up with much money, I still was, like, expected to just go to school and be a kid. Which was very nice. Hey, Katlami. Kitty's hearing sound and she's not pleased. Now. Biggs! And Sid and Veg. Everyone is here. Hey Biggs, if Iskar comes under attack, we'll have to get out of the city pretty sharpish. Don't much like the idea of leaving a job half finished though. What's that? The dragon's coming? Sorry, can't talk now. Have to finish the job and get out of here. Yeah, Wickham, I agree. This is not a nice area. Melicity, Alphino. How fare you both? Not terribly well, judging by your faces. Greetings, Mr. Garland. I'm sure it will come to a little surprise when I tell you we have a need of a favor. I mean, do we ever talk to him outside of that context? Another wind barrier? And you say it was conjured by Nidhogg? The Enterprise could certainly take you where you need to go, but she would not fare well against the dragon. She's agile for a ship her size, but not that agile. The Dravanians would fly rings around her. And if they took it into their heads to incinerate the rigging, there would be precious little we could do to avoid them. But there must be something we can do, some manner of weapon we could employ. Estinian stands the vigil at the edge of the churning mist, but we do not know how much longer. Alright. It didn't say it was impossible. I said it was impossible for the Enterprise. We need a smaller boat. Big, Veg, it's time we gave the new toy of yours a proper field test. They're happy that we're sending it against a dragon. It's probably best to let the lad show you. Come on, to the manufactory. The manufactory is not far. Well, they seem pleased. One thing that's kind of funny is when I'm playing, so basically so I can easily see the chat, this whole area here that I'm showing with my mouse is covered by the chat. So I can see you guys. You are here on my screen. I do turn it off occasionally though when I'm going into like nice cinematics or something like that. But yeah, I need to get a new chair. This chair is so darn squeaky. It's like a really old chair. Well, not that old, but I bought it used, so it was very cheap to buy and is well coming to its years needing a replacement. But the one I was thinking about trying to like order in like one of those really nice chairs, but sadly the company I was looking at does not ship to Iceland, which is actually a really common issue. we aren't really on most big companies' chart. It is a shame. Hello. Okay, what do you guys say? Ah yes, the Sky Steel Manufactory. As I recall, this workshop is primarily devoted to the construction of dragon-slaying weapons. This Guardian have granted us to use a small corner of their workshop, all part of the agreement. I think you'll see we made the most of this space. They all want to build bigger, but we know where the future is ahead. Yeah, small. Our little project is just inside. Oh, you're going to like this one. I am very curious. So have they made like a mini airship?
Feast your eyes upon our latest and greatest feat of engineering. We call it a mana cutter.
It is. It's like a tiny airship.
After you put down Gaius, Wedge and me struck out on our own for a bit, and started work on the successor to the tiny Bronco.
Impressive little thing, isn't she? My talent for ship design has plainly rubbed off on them. They've adapted the principles of corrupted crystal technology and constructed a mechanism which converts ether from its surroundings into elemental wind. Said wind is then harnessed by the specially engineered sails, providing the craft with propulsion and lift. All in all, a most elegant solution. I'm actually a little upset that I didn't think of it myself.
The design does, however, come with one small flaw.
The energy conversion ratio's bloody awful. To generate enough power to get you off the ground, you need to be in an area awash with predominantly wind-aspected ether.
In other words, there are a few places you can fly, and lots of places you can't.
Yeah.
The new Ishgardian airship hasn't left the boys much time for tinkering, meaning it may be a while before this particular project takes off. If you'll forgive the pun.
Oh. Tataru? What are you wearing?
Tataru, what's happened?
I've been looking all over for you. There's been word from Ulda. It's about Her Grace the Sultana.
And?
It seems you're required elsewhere. Leave the mana cutter with us. We'll see that she's airworthy and suitably equipped to slice through those winds. You, meanwhile, should concentrate on providing Raoban and the Sultana whatever help they need.
Wait, so... have they finally said that she's alive? Or have they decided to say she's dead? Either way, could be bad. I am as intrigued as you, Malicity. Shall we hear what news Tetro has brought us? Why are you wearing a Kookaboo Porter's outfit? Except pink. It's adorable. I like the tights. I want these tights. So cute. General Raoban says they may have uncovered the Sultana's whereabouts, and he wants you, by which I mean both of you, to go to the Waking Sand right away and help with the investigation. Come, Malicity, pressing thought though Iskar's plight may be, our presence here will not serve to hasten the man-capture completion. Let us return to the troubled land of Thanalan and lend what aid we may. Tataru, have our friends at the congregation send a message to Estinian. Tell him we have identified a solution to our problems, but that it will take some time to be prepared. Oh, we can... So basically, last time we were at the Waking Sand, there's like a Lalafell came over, who's one of the syndicate. She had like a really tall, ugly hat. She told us that the Sultana is actually not dead. She is alive, but we don't know where. To the waking sand, warrior of light, this pastime Ulda was delivered from this darkness. Yes. Well, if we're gonna go to Ulda, I feel we should, like, dress light. And then, oh no, I don't have any teleportation to the waking sand right now. Fine, we'll go to Horizon. Yeah, it's when we saved Rauban, we started getting news that the Sultana is maybe alive. It's not 100% confirmed yet, like we haven't seen her. The only person we have saying that she's like for sure alive is Alalafel, who is part of the Syndicate, who I don't trust extremely well. Like, yes, he might be trustful, but I don't know. Still worry a little bit. But we can always hope. At least I'm hoping, because I really like the Sultana. She is super nice. I'll show you the lady as we go inside, because he should be there. Plus everyone should then have moved by now. I have plenty of money. Oh, he's standing.
Thank you for coming.
No thanks are necessary, General. I trust your recuperation continues apace.
I cannot complain. Thanks to Higiri and her ministrations, I've regained much of the strength I lost during my imprisonment.
I gather you have made progress in the search for Her Grace.
Aye, some good fortune at last. A few days past, Dulala informed us that a sizable shipment of alchemical supplies had been delivered to the palace.
Katla, you're here. Sorry, catwalk. Needs confirmation she's not alone.
With Papa Shan's assistance, I set out to ascertain the source and nature of the shipment. My inquiries led me to Frondale's frontistery. There, I learned that an order had been placed for a curious substance designed to sustain patients trapped in death-like slumber. An invention of the former head alchemist, apparently.
A death-like slumber? This cannot be a coincidence.
It lends some weight to Dulala's claims, aye. Her palace, a bed but alive.
I hope so.
Before making any attempt to extricate the Sultana, however, it seemed prudent to learn what manner of substance was used to induce her torpor. To that end, I made inquiries as to the whereabouts of the one most like to have administered it. The lady-in-waiting, Meriel. We sent for you as soon as we learned of her location. All that remains is to apprehend the woman.
We shall find our cat's paw in the Silver Bazaar. But we must tread carefully. The market is not the bustling place it once was, and someone is sure to mark our coming. Should they inform the monetarists, we'll have a fight on our hands. We must be prepared for the worst, and being short an arm, I thought it wise to take another in its stead. What say you, Warrior of Light? Will you lend me yours?
Sure.
Then I pity the bastard that stands in our way. Come, my friend. For Nanamo, and for Ulda!
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so excited. I hope I get to see her soon. I hope she stays a Sultana. Rauban is so cool. Is Abe here? I don't think Abe is in the chat today. Like, not yet at least. I think he might still be at work. If you guys want to donate things to me, donate house money to me. Like, I need house money. As you can see, I have like 940k gil from selling stuff. So I don't need travel money. Our target is Meriel, the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting, a woman of Midlander heritage. I'm told 2 of you have met. Our sources indicate that she left the palace shortly after the incident and quietly rejoined the dwindling population of the Silver Bazaar. I suggest we begin by questioning the market residents and confirm that Meriel is still in hiding there. Yes, I would very much like to talk to her. But before that, I want to see, like, what is the situation here? Okay, so it's just the ones that always have to be here because they are supposed to have side quests. But I've done them. Okay. That is good. Then let's go... Silver Bazaar is there. Oh, I can just fly there. Okay, we'll fly. I think that's gonna be easiest. Of course I want to buy a house. My free company does plan to buy a house in the future, but I kind of also want a house. Just for myself. While I wait, because they need like 90 millions all in all to buy the house they want. It's a pain. I've seen the housing market in this game. Apparently, like, it's the true end game. But I just like the concept of owning a house. Because in real life, the likeliness of me ever owning a house is about this big. Because the housing market here in Iceland is not the best. So I have always been renting. I've been in rental property since I was born. And my dream is to one day not be in a rental property, but have at least an apartment of my own. But in Final Fantasy I could maybe have a house of my own, which is pretty cool. Do I know of any returning residents? Gods, don't tell me they're starting to come back. My masters will not be pleased to hear of this. Odd. Our target is Meriel, the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting, a woman of Midlander heritage. I'm told the 2 of you have met. Okay. Yeah, it's different to have a little space of your own. Exactly. I don't need a big house. I would be very happy with like a little house. I think they cost like 3 to 4 million, and then it's just like the matter of actually getting one. But like just a small little house of my own would be really nice. So I could like log off there instead of logging off in an inn, because I usually log off in an inn because I feel bad if I feel bad for my character if I log off somewhere that isn't an inn, where she can like log off in bed. Because that makes sense. Greetings, Melisty. What can I do for the Silver Bazaar's favorite adventurer? Looking for Meriel, you say? If you're hoping to lure her back to Ul'dah, you may as well give up now. The girl's done with city life. Well, I understand that very well. I understand that very well indeed. Meriel, she's here, left the city for good, she says. Barely leaves her house, though. Is the one closest to the market entrance? It's the one closest to the market entrance. All right. So... yeah, I've heard this very hard. I saw one free house the other day. I was really upset. I had like 500k at the time. Oh, that's Devala. Let us gather all the players together. This has gone on long enough. Yeah, I know I should buy an apartment first, but it would like bother me every time I would see a house, and I'd rather just try to get a house. So this is the market. They're all like about equal length from the market, but this might be it. Yeah. She's in for a shock.
You are Meriel, the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting?
I know no one of that name. Pray excuse me.
Bullshit. I know you. I've met you. Oh god. Hello, Rawan.
General Alden!
We will have the truth from you, girl.
I would just start talking now. Is that Lolorito?
Mayhap it would be better coming from me.
See, I didn't trust her. Seeing her ugly hat. She's like Lolorito.
You'd best talk fast.
As you know, Teleji Adeleji's Cartano reclamation bill was no more than a facade. A means to get his grubby little hands on that Allagan monstrosity Omega. When he learned of Nanamo's intention to abdicate, however, he was forced to amend his plans. Suddenly, assassination seemed the most promising way to further his ambitions. I am told Teleji had discovered a maid in whose veins ran the blood of House Thorn. A new, more pliable puppet to sit the throne. 'Twould have caused an uproar, of course, but few could have contested her claim. 'Twas plain that Teleji's wild machinations had outgrown our ability to control them. So I decided to usurp his scheme and left the fool to seal his own demise.
And what of Nanamo?
Oh, I have no desire to harm her grace. 'Twould profit me little to destabilize our government. Thus did I employ young Meriel here to administer a potent sleeping potion in place of a poison.
He sounds evil. Like his voice.
You should know, General, that your dear friend Ilberd was fully aware of my plan.
You're aware?
I had him lie about the assassination as a means to prime your rage against Teleji. We weren't entirely sure how you would react, but things went rather better than expected.
You conniving little worm! You had your claws in the Crystal Braves before their first recruit had sworn to serve!
But of course, when a new game begins, 'tis only prudent to have a piece on the board. Ilberd was mine. Truth be told, a significant proportion of the Braves' initial endowment was also mine. With such large sums moving about, 'twas a rather trifling matter to disguise my own contribution.
Poor Alfie's just standing there.
Ah, Ilberd. I secured his services with a promise to support his cause once my authority had been solidified. I swear, the man thinks of naught but prizing Alamigo from the grasp of the Empire. Unlike you, General, the poor fellow seems quite unable to forsake the land of his forefathers. Mayhap that's why he called you a traitor to your people and a disgrace to your homeland, amongst other things. What was it he always compared you to? Oh, yes, an overgrown lapdog begging for scraps at the Sultana's table. Oh, how we laughed. Alas, Ilbert's entertaining little outbursts eventually gave way to wearisome tirades, and the zealous brute became rather unruly. I had no wish to see you executed, you understand, but he would not take no for an answer. Rest assured, his employment with me has long since ended. Which brings us neatly to the present. What say you, General? Both you and the Sultana are alive. We have one corpse and one fugitive. And preparations have been made to restore your good name. Shall we cry quits and start again with a blank ledger?
The hells we will! Do you honestly expect me to forgive and forget?
Jesus,
after all
this
you've
man.
done? You're guilty of high treason!
Just kill him now.
Stay your blade, Master Alden. You yourself are not innocent. Or have you forgotten your own crime in executing Teledji Adeledji without trial?
If you kill both
Though
of
you
them, nobody
acted
will
out of
know.
loyalty to the Sultana, such deeds are in violation of both the word and spirit of the law.
I don't like them.
If you would, Lord Lolorito?
This potion will wake the Sultana from her slumber. Consider it a gesture of conciliation. You will find Her Grace resting comfortably within her private chambers. Should you doubt my word, I shall willingly accompany you to the palace as your hostage.
I like not your motives, Lolorito. But you saved the Sultana's life, and for that, you have my gratitude.
Rauban Aldin, you are hereby reinstated as General of the Immortal Flames. The citizens of Ul'dah shall once more be united under Nanamo Ul'Namo, and together we shall usher in a new age of prosperity.
I understand why you keep on calling them evil, Vikem. It's like every other Lalafell we meet is just the incarnation of evil. Oh yeah, you. Oh, Alfie. I'm so sorry, buddy. It's like they're just rubbing it in every time they get, like, every time they can, that they just tricked him through the entire thing. Katla, why are you standing on a table? Huh. My bird has fused with the table. Can you, like, move? Thank you. Well, what do you say? You had killed the one you served. Ah, pray excuse my muttering. I was reminded of a line from an old poem. By the 12th, I feared Lord Lolorito's arrival would be heralded another bloodbath. Little did I suspect that he, of all people, would gift us the means to arouse the Sultana. I mean, it's in his best interest right now. True, we have Pippin and Papalimo and Tataru, which are all wonderful. That's true. And then we have me, so that is like one extra in the favor of good. Okay. Shall we also make our way to Ulda? I should imagine Bartholomew has been instructed to admit us. That's one of those fancy face cookaboos. You have to pay extra for that. Oh yeah, I think it's the clothing, you know. Abe gave me this clothing, and since then she has all sorts of new abilities. It's quite amazing. Oh yeah, Nanamo. Nanamo is a good one. And you can't remember the other two. I don't remember meeting any other. So we'll... Oh, Wedge. Wedge is one. And that's the only one other I remember meeting. Oh. But I would say Wedge is one, so it would be Pippin, Papalimo, Tataru, Nanamo, and Wedge. And then probably someone we haven't met yet, because everyone is... At least I have... It has been indicated by few people that there is a Lalafell I have yet to meet that everyone seems to love. Oh, Papashan? Yes. See, there is a lot of good Lalafell. It's just... Then we have things like Lolarito, which are like shit, and Adelechi, which is shit. It would appear that the Syndicate has moved swiftly to clear our names. Bartholomew, for one, does not seem remotely surprised by our presence here. That's good. I hope Lord Lolarito's poison is as effective as he claims. Hello, Bartholomew. Flame General Rauban mentioned you might be coming. Please this way, if you will. I love how just smoothly everything goes back to normal as if nothing happened, even though the man is missing an arm and everything has been kind of messed up. That's what it happened, buddy. She is alive! Morning, evening, you know, whatever. Hello. You had a very long nap. Hey.
I was having the longest dream.
"'Tis time to wake up, Your Grace. Another day begins in Thanalan, and the sun blazes bright upon the sands.
Oh. There is a lot that has to be explained to her. Like what has happened.
Her Grace is awoken. The palace physician assures me she is none the worse for her slumber. I believe Her Grace will soon resume her plans to place the government of Ulda into the hands of its citizens.
Oh no.
Whatever path she chooses to take, I shall walk it with her. And we shall tread slowly, lest the nation be unsettled in our wake.
Her Grace's compassion is a shining beacon to us all. But what our city truly thrives upon is competition. 'Tis in the struggle against our rivals that opportunities are seized and fortunes made. And with the Empire on the offensive once more, now would hardly seem the time to turn our system of government upon its head.
He's not wrong in that.
Are you privy to new intelligence, my lord?
I would hardly call it new. Remind me, what was the name of that enormous Imperial warship which met its end in Mordona? Oh, wait, I have it. The Agrius. Yes, well, 'twould appear that the Garleans have been hard at work on another such vessel.
How close are they to completing this ship? Is it operational?
Its maiden flight was a success, I hear. I should imagine Emperor Varys is eager to see how it performs in battle. My
That's bad.
lords and ladies, I move that it is time to repair the damage caused by Teleji Adeleji and prepare our great nation to repel the Empire once more.
That is really bad if they have another ship like that. My little sassy dragon is very little.
'Tis well that the Sultana has awoken. The Syndicate yet needs to put its house in order, but 'twould seem the worst of the confusion has passed. Uldar has taken control of its future, and I must do the same.
Oh.
I have decided to disband the Crystal Braves. Among the recruits, there were those who supported our Order's goals and convictions with all sincerity. 'Tis my hope that these loyal men and women will choose to remain our allies in the battles to come. As for those who sided with the traitor, Ilberd, they shall be hunted down and held to account for their crimes. It is my earnest hope that they will surrender themselves peaceably when the time comes, though I think it unlikely. Ah, my all-conquering Crystal Braves. The model army meant to pave the way for a single unified Grand Company of Eorzea. That so high an ideal should be brought so low. I need not tell you how deeply the betrayal stung me. Yet I see now that it was mine own naivety and pride which allowed the Braves to fall prey to corruption. As ever, it is to your own shining example that I turn for inspiration. Like you, I mean to stand firm in the face of hardship, and give mine all for the cause. Let us resume the search for our missing comrades, that we might come together to shine the light of dawn across the realm once more. The role of Crystal Brave Commander suited me ill, and I shall play it no longer. Henceforth, I shall be no more or less than Alphino, proud member of the Scions.
Oh, that person is not wearing clothes. Alfie, honey, I blush to speak thus of mine inner turmoil, but the fact remained there is no woman alive in whom I would rather confide. Were it not for your shining example, I might have emerged from beneath the I never have emerged from the Pardon me. I may never have emerged from beneath the pall of my despair. Oh, honey. I think he did an exceptionally good job. It's just the syndicate was a little bit smarter when it came to that, more experience, but he did a really good job. Still no word from Master Garland. I hope this man cutter of theirs is nearing completion. I'm assured that her grace will make a full recovery. And I, Hulda, too shall flourish once more. General Rauban and his colleagues have matters well in hand, I believe. Lady Ugiri, a question if I may. I believe your people have been keeping a close watch on the Crystal Braves. Might you know how things stand at the Rising Stones? Ah, yes, of course. You will be pleased to know that the 3rd Unit's Brave abandoned the Revenant Hole when they learned of Captain Ilbert's defeat. The only blue uniform to be seen there now are worn by soldiers loyal to you, Master Alphino. To me, I see. I'm grateful to hear that at least some of our members were true to their oath. Ere we return to Isgard, I must go to the Rising Stone and thank this stalwart for the service. It shall be my final act as a Crystal Brave commander. Will you join me, Majesty? You were there at the company's inception. It's only fitting that you're present at its end, oh, Alfie. And I would appreciate the support. Oh, I want to give him a hug. He's being so brave, but yeah, this sucks so bad. Oh. Of course I'm gonna be there to support him. That's really, like, what he's doing is super mature and everything, but it's hard. It's very hard. And yeah, Carla, you're right. My sassy dragon is not big enough to take down any airships right now. It's very tiny. It's like, the best he could do is he could smack himself against the window and like be a slight distraction to the pilot for a moment. As an annoying splatter, like a bee on a windshield or something. It's odd to be here back. Like, be back here. Some familiar people. Commander, you're alive. And Melicity too. I knew you'd scrape through. Oh, it's... yeah. My splendid Crystal Braves. I have wronged you, all of you. My promise of glory and salvation have brought you naught but blood and betrayal. Bah, you'll not hear us complaining. It was a side messier than expected, aye, but we are still fighting for freedom of all, just like we swore. Ain't that right, mates? You humble me. I'm truly blessed to have such steadfast comrades. It is with the most profound regret then that I must... That's enough of that, Commander. We know what you meant to say, and we ain't having none of it. We talked it over, see, and we're all agreed you can take our uniforms and strip our ranks, but we won't be no less of a company. But the Crystal Braves... The Crystal Braves may be finished, but the ideal upon which the company was founded lives on. They bind us to each other and to you. Commander, Alphino, our minds are made up, so you may as well get used to it. Let us help the Scion. Let us help you find Minfilia and the others. Aww. It's so sweet. My friends, after all that happened, I know not what to say. Oh, honey. Don't cry. Please don't cry. Somebody hug him. I am so relieved. Wow. This place is a mess though. Like, god damn it. Let's start by checking out over there. I sent Shinobi to spy upon the brass blade, and it would seem that Ida and Papalimo Resistant account for a sizable number of the company soldier. Resistance accounted for a sizable number of the company soldier. All we know for certain, however, is that our friends' corpses were not found amongst the bodies they left behind. That's promising. That's very promising. You're gonna stand here holding a box forever? Okay. First thing first. We must put the rising stones in order. We cannot have the Archon return to find their headquarters in such shambles. Yes, that would be bad. We must repair this damage if our minds are to find focus now. Where to begin? I feel blessed to have witnessed such a display of camaraderie. I am curious, like, has the solar changed at all, or is that still the same? Yeah, the solar is still the same. No damage here. As if we never left. I mean, no major reason to change it, considering the player is not required to go in there. We'll find the missing science, I promise you. Between us and the immortal flames, no stone in Eorzea will be left unturned. I don't know if you know, but during the Godstem Feast, Flamina got ambushed by some 3rd unit curs over in Limsa. I'm told she danced free of their noose, though. Ain't heard nothing since, but I'm guessing she's lying low somewhere in the port. Alright, so we would have to search Limsa for her. If we scrutinize the science record, this should provide us with a likely location to which the missing Archon might have fled. But your mind at ease. It is work just as this that we have been trained. Oh, for work just this that they've been trained. Yeah, this makes sense. Malicity Mal, I joined the Crystal Braves in hope of following in your footsteps, and I do not regret the decision, not even for a moment. Oh, they're a good company. Oh, Alfie, pray excuse me, I thought my tears spent. My grandfather used to say that one could measure a man by the constancy of his comrades. Mayhap I am the exception which proves the rule. Nay, do not protest. I know that I'm not worthy of their loyalty, Malicity. Oh, come now. But as Taliak is my witness, I shall do everything in my power to earn it. Oh, he beats himself down so much. He's a really good person, a good commander, and then he beats himself down way too much. I must speak of future plans with the remaining Braves. Any information we uncover on the missing scion will need to be shared with our allies across the realm, specifically Urianger and at the Waking Sand and Tataru in Isgard. While we are organizing our various channels of communication, I would ask that you call upon Master Garland at the manufactory. I will join you in Isgard as soon as I'm able. Alright, let's start by talking to Sid then. That would make sense. Poor guy. It's a difficult and complicated day for him. But he's way too harsh on himself. Alfino is actually, like, he's very caring and he's a good person and he works super hard. So I feel he's a little bit too rough on himself. He's actually doing really good. I like the music in Isgard. It's pretty. Now, let's go talk to Garland and see what they have managed to make. Wait, it's not here? It is here. If you look at the color of this thing, it kind of looks like they took the machine the lady was riding on about. I forget the name. We killed her in the raid. Like they took her machine and put into this. Malicity, how is the 7 hells do you do it? I was just about to send for you. You have put this moment complete with the Mancutter's first successful test flight. A few minor adjustments and she'll be ready to go. While we see to the finishing touches, you might want to pay a visit to Fortin Manor. A dragoon by the name of Astinian was looking for you. Oh shit. What do you want? I don't want to be... Oh, that's the machinist. Yeah. Okay, okay. That's fine. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be a machinist. I'm very happy by being a healer. Yeah, Livian or something. Exactly. Like, we beat her in the raid. She was riding about on, like, a white machine thingy. It kind of looks like he took that and... That's the wrong place. I'm not supposed to go to the Forgotten Knights. I want to go to the... What was it? Tribunal or Last Vigil? Last Vigil. It kind of looks like they scavenged her machine and are riding around on it. I wonder... Just saying, I wonder which manor has the story quests in it. Should it be the one with nobody? Or the one with just half the nation chilling outside of it? Hello, I would like to go inside. Thank you. It would be very handy. Now, who am I to talk to? Astinian is over there. Hello, Astinian. Have you killed the dragon? You have fulfilled your obligation to the Uldans, then? Mistress Tataru has been keeping me appraised on the situation. Once I learned that these men-cutters of Master Garland were nearing completion, I saw no reason to tarry in the mist. For the present, Sneatok seems content to remain in the Iris plotting his revenge. Might not this be an apt moment to unfold our plans to Sir Aymeric? I think we have kept him in the dark long enough. Sure. I'm still slightly iffy on if this is the best choice, but like it makes sense. If we can't reason with him, then we have very little choice but to kill him. Oh, it's like a little Karishina. That's adorable. That's... yeah. Oh yeah, Lalafel... Vicam says, Lalafel next must be super limber or in constant pain for looking up at yourselves. What? Are you telling me that... I can't look at you. I'll look at this one. Are you telling me that... this doesn't look comfy? Imagine having to have like... This is the reason why every other race bend down when you talk to Lalafels. Rauban is the only one who knows how to do it properly. Like, he kneels down, knowing exactly that it's gonna be way easier for everybody. We need to talk to the guy, please. Sir Aymeric, who is amazing.
All stands ready, Lord Commander. Ah, the moment has come then.
We're gonna murder an elf. No, not an elf.
Pray, excuse my lateness.
Sorry.
I paid a brief visit to the workshop to inquire about the mana cutters. The engineers assure me that they're ready.
A dragon, not an elf. I'm just being apparently unusually hostile today.
The area is now but a short flight away. Yet what a long and winding path we took to reach this point. Were it not for Master Alphino's proposal, we never would have attempted to parley with the dragons. Though our negotiations yielded little, our expedition with Lady Isar taught us much.
You took an unimaginable risk. I could scarce believe the tale Estinian told.
Aye. 'Tis true that many of our countrymen would sooner die than join hands with the heretic's mistress. But 'twas through that most unlikely of alliances that we came to speak with Hraesvelgr.
A conversation that went rather poorly, as I recall.
In this instance, the journey was more important than the destination. Had we not slain Nidhogg's consort, Tiaman, and put the Great Worm on his guard, the Dravanians would have arrived at Ishgard's walls long ago.
I'm not bloodthirsty.
Aye, that they would.
Happens.
Full grateful am I for every hour of respite your actions have afforded us. Thanks to you, our defenses are much improved. 'Tis but a pity they won't be enough.
Thus, you believe an assault upon the area represents the city's best chance of survival. Is that not so, Estinian?
I am under no illusions. Nidhogg's might is legendary. But with his eye in my possession, I can stifle his strength at the source.
Can you just keep the eye in your pants,
Victory
please?
will be hard won, even so. And I shall be glad indeed to have the Warrior of Light at my side.
You shall have my blade as well. There are more of these mana cutters to be had, yes?
Lord Commander, no.
How can I, a proud knight of Ishgard, stand by and do naught while an outsider risks life and limb for our homeland? I swore an oath to protect this city.
Pray leave the slaying of dragons to dragoons, Sir Knight. Your duty to command the city's defense is no less vital. Should we fail, and Nidhogg slip through our grasp, who then will hold the walls against him? Will you leave Ishgard in the hands of the Holy Sea's zealots?
There are others.
Who but you has the authority and the standing to orchestrate a city-wide defense? I do not, and neither does the Warrior of Light. That is why it is our place to fight, and yours to remain here, Lord Commander. What? You too, Master Alphino? By the Fury! You have shown some promise, but this adversary is far beyond your skills.
He didn't even get to start talking.
Your candor is appreciated, Sir Dragoon. I shall remain then and cheer you from afar.
Yes,
well,
please.
my friend, 'twould seem I have discouraged the last of the volunteers, and claimed the task as ours alone. But if any alive can best this worm, 'tis surely we too.
Like, poor guy, he steps forward to start making his like impassioned speech of like, I will go, and just immediately Estinian is like, nope, poof, stop it. You stay here, you watch. That is amazing. You are good for something, Estinian. I have pricked Master Alphino's pride, I fear, but had I been less forceful, the boy would have insisted on But had I been less forceful, the boy would have insisted to accompany us to the Eyrie. Do not think me blind to his talent. With a few more campaigns under his belt, I have no doubt that Alphino will make a fine field commander. But one does not practice on an adversary such as Nidhogg. He'll be hard-pressed enough without the added worry of carrying a novice. He's not wrong. Still, it was a good power move. Oh, Mancutter, yes. Estinian is eager to set forth to Eyrie. We have tarried long enough. Let us call upon Master Garland and take possession of the Mancutter. Yes. So, and now I need to go downstairs and speak with Sid. So let's go to the Ethereal Plaza. I think that is going to be the shortest way. I will not bite. Sky Steel Manufactory. Do I have that one? I actually... Oh yeah, I do have that one. Look at this. Alright, Sid. I'm gonna need your flying thing. so I can poke a hole through the wind and fight a big-ass dragon. What the hell is he? Oh, he's in there now. Okay, stop moving around so much. Estinian? The moment is at hand, Warrior of Light. I like how they always have some dialogue. I guarantee you won't find any loose rivets. We triple-checked. Oh, poor thing. So tired. These little beauties are our pride and joy. And now they're yours. So, be careful with them, eh? Oh, I do like the color. It's pretty. Sid. My lizzardy old friend, the cutters are ready when you are. The finer adjustment cost us few sleepless nights, but we got there in the end. Which means you can get where you need to go. I tell you, these little beauties tear through the wind barrier like a sermon drill through cottage cheese. And that, my friend, is a Garland ironwork guarantee. You have our thanks. Come, Warrior of Light, the dread worm awaits. I don't think I finished all the flying things, though, to be able to fly in this area. Will it allow me to do the story anyway? Or will we have to run and do a side quest first? I think I only have like one left. The area is now accessible. Good. So I'm guessing it's part of... Okay, use the duty finder. Good. I'm gonna get to like run to the bathroom and stuff, so we're gonna have about a 2 minutes break, and then I will be right back with you guys. And I'm back. There we go. Are you guys totally fine with me getting flight? Thank you. I will either grab it, I say, later on or maybe tonight. Though I am thinking about having another stream perhaps later tonight and play another game. I haven't decided what game though. It's hard to pick. I've been thinking maybe... Well, I don't know. I have been playing with the idea of maybe having... There we go. Having like on the nights my husband goes to play Pathfinder, that I could have some streams of like other games. My head is all over the place. I'm thinking too much, about too much. Greetings. So, let's heal this and hope I do okay. I haven't seen Ark or Ape in the chat, so we're just gonna have to make do. Oh my gosh, I'm so tiny in the thing. That would be a big dragon. But is that the dragon in question? The fuck did he do? What kind of a nonsense magic is that? The eye works like a flashbang? Okay, wicked mortals who want to multiply flesh. I'm guessing this is Nidhogg. Oh, there's actually like a landing area down there. That's handy. Alright, let's see. This is gonna be the first time the stream gets to see me heal. Let them know, like, I'm first time here, I'm a new healer, just so they know. Alright. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. I got my lilies, or I think these are the lilies. And it's gonna be fine. I'll stun you guys. Watch out, by the way. Being white mage means you do a lot of shiny damage. Shouldn't be too bad. This is gonna charge up quickly, and that way I'm gonna have some free heals, and I do have one like oh shit heal in case things are bad. And then I have an instant cast and array, so if things go wrong, I can fix it. I am becoming better and better at healing. Talking about healing, I probably want to do something about you. Don't die on me right now. Very drummy music. So the advice I got was basically I wanna try to cast Holy anytime there's more than one enemy. Because I'm stunning and AoEing. So I just do, like, I put my dot on. Yeah, so the reason I chose White Mage Terrans is when I googled, like, which one would be easiest to start with for a brand new healer, like somebody who has never healed before. I was told the White Mage would be the handiest because it's it's the easiest reactionary. So it's good if you're learning the fights and such. And the other healers a little bit higher skill base, but can be a lot of fun. Ooh, that came out a little later than I planned. So that's how I ended up with the White Mage. That person here is just going to the beach. Oh, so why are we standing here? Any reason? Okay. Electric ataxia. Stay close to the boss. If you get electric tether, then pass it off to one of the statues around the area. Okay, so stay close to the boss. Keep you alive. Yes. Yeah, exactly. It's the other ones you have to heal before the damage happens, while for White Mage you have to heal. You can heal after. That's kind of the type of healing I like. Let's try to stay close. You need... Throw this to you. You don't have my AoE on you. Oh my god. There is a thing over there that probably has to die. I'm gonna have to trust the DPS. Oh, that... I didn't see the tether. I didn't see the tether till too late. I don't think I can enter the instance area though. By closed, I mean like inside the boss's hitbox. Oh! Things that would have been handy to know earlier. But we are cursed with the live stream delay, I fear. Which is also what makes it hard to pick like what other games I could play. Yeah, I was way too focused on healing. I was too focused on keeping everyone alive that I ended up messing up the thing. Oh, this is piety. Piety is good for me. So I'll need it. I am so slow. Like way behind. If any of them die, it's gonna be their own damn fault because I am 3 kilometers behind them. Hello, Ras. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, seems like a good group. Oh, we do actually go down here, okay? So this is a high fall for a Lala. Oh, seems to be a very good group. So in most cases, like I say, in most cases I do have, that's my group experience. Everyone is usually very nice. I've only ever seen, like, I've only ever had one group that wasn't, like, notably nice. And at that point we had a tank that was really in a hurry, wanted to pull super big, and wanted to do, like, we were going to through the swampy dungeon where you have to eat the fruit. And sadly, it was like he was in such a hurry that we kept on wiping because the other DPS, like, we didn't quite understand what to do because we hadn't done it before. And I was trying to heal it for the first time, and it was just not going well. But thankfully, so the other DPS, so we had one DPS who was a sprout like me, and then we had another experienced one. Yeah, Ormvale, exactly. So basically, that one just kind of told the tank off. He just stopped doing like, dude, we have sprouts. This is the first time in this dungeon. This dungeon is a pain in the ass. And just scolded the ever-living hell out of the tank. And the tank, like, moaned a bit about it, but then he realized after wiping 3 times that maybe the other guy was right, and if he ever wanted to get out of this dungeon, he might want to, like, make sure we knew what to do. So he ended up going like, fine, you explain it. And the other guy explained that we had to eat the fruit, like, when we get a certain stacks, and it was no biggie. Like, as soon as he explained it, like, we got it in one go. it was no problem, and then he just explained all the following fights, and we had no issues. But I was like trying to dispel the debuff and everything. Okay, boss will spawn these clouds of toxin and will eat them up, so let it gobble up a couple before taking it out. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Eat fruits on 2 stack. We didn't know that, and I kept on trying to dispel the stacks. Because I didn't know people had to eat something to get rid of them. Okay, so avoid toxic clouds, and now we need to wait for Ned. Ooh, let's not stand in that. Oh, I don't have my dot on him. Let's dot you up. Ah, so this must be the ad. Okay, so yeah, it looks like he's eating up a thing now. I'm just gonna ignore him for now and let him just gobble up stuff. Okay, now he got bigger, so now we have to kill him. That makes sense. That does make sense, okay. See, this is the good thing about when people explain mechanics to new people. Yeah, like I've learned how to... Talking about cleansing, I should probably should do some cleansing. Like I know how to cleanse. Cleansing is really important because there's nothing more annoying than having to deal with, you know, shit. Yeah, I'm gonna let them just handle it. I just try to like do as much DPS as I can. Like if nobody is dying, it's like I can put regen on the tank and he won't die. I need to remember to use my lucid dream. I should use it earlier. I don't need. I kinda need. Oh, many new players don't know how to cleanse. Yeah, so I used to play World of Warcraft for 10 years. And one of the like main things I would hear complained about around the healers was like, why aren't you cleansing this ability? So one of the things I did when I became a healer was like figure out, so does this game have a cleanse? And I did find it. It's called Isuna. And I bound it to a key. But I did watch some guys, and I also have a really good company where there's actually a lot of healers in it. So I got some good tips. Yeah, I try to do the same. Toss regen on the tank and then do big heals when needed. I do like it that in this game it's expected of healers to DPS. That it's something, it's good to start with that already, like, from the beginning. I know not every healer does it because they're kind of stuck in the mentality of I'm a healer, therefore I'm supposed to be healing. But it's really good if you get used to doing damage early on. Oh, because that sounds so bad. I try to remember to cleanse. I'm still learning to spot it. But I want to be a good healer. So one of my main thing about playing MMOs is I don't need to be like the best ever. I don't want to necessarily have the biggest DPS or be the strongest person. But what I want to do is be the one that's useful for the team. So everybody has more fun. That's why I'm enjoying things like Dancer and healing so much. I wanted to heal in WoW, but I never could get into it because people were kind of angry. Yeah, that's kind of about it. It's like, you're a DPS that does healing as like a hobby. especially now when I have like this, healing is just like, it's a thing I do as a side gig. Because, you know, somebody has to do it. But it's nice. I like to think that me doing my job well makes the game more fun for everybody else. And when everyone is having fun, the game does better. Because then we have less toxicity when people are having fun. And that is kind of how I want things to be. Let's just AoE you guys. This AoE takes so long. Let me heal myself up. But yeah, Vikan, that's a good thing, like way of thinking. Aim for competence, not top 10. I will enfeeble the worm with something. So that must be Nidhogg. So yeah, the other eye is missing. Okay. I wish we could just talk him down, but there's not much we can do. So, he has an attack that isn't telegraphed, so if he turns to face you, then move out of the way. Oh, okay, so just don't let him look at me. He'll trap someone in an ad that the other have to take out. Okay, that makes sense. I've seen that before. Okay, we have to protect Estinian and I can heal him. Yeah, I swift cast the... I keep it for the rest, just in case. Now. Oh, there. Ow. Oh, I'm too far away from everybody. That's why nothing is healing. Okay, Estinian is doing well. Let me throw some. I'm gonna go like so. Bit of you, tiny bit of you. Okay, and then I'm just gonna keep an eye on Estinian. Can I? Maybe Estinian, can I just throw a rest on you? There we go. Not rest, on regen. Oh, we need to take that down. There we go. Ow. Ow. Being a bit of death, aren't you? I'm being hyper focused on healing right now. I don't know. Thank you. Control F to focus target. That is a very good thing to know. Okay, we have some AoE shit now. Good. Then I can make sure like everything is good. I have my mana up. Hey, let's give you that. There we go. Throw on a tank. Put some on myself just in case. Yeah, can this be dispelled? What the hell? Oh. I was... Sorry, I thought my work was calling me and it was actually just an old alarm bell. If there's a silver on top of it, it can be dispelled. Oh! That's good, thank you. I didn't know that. I usually just try to dispel everything that is a debuff. Just in case. Oh, let's just... you... and you... Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Guys! Okay. I don't like it when they take the power away from me. Yeah, I almost died because I didn't know, like, I didn't notice the bubble till a little bit late. Oh, there was no celebration there. There was just angry glare. A little silver bar. I want to give it... Oh no, he's gone! I wanted to give him a commendation for all the amazing, like, help. Bar. Ooh, what does it look like? I do kind of like the purple aesthetic. Well, I'll greet it. I think I'm gonna get most of it anyway. No, the only thing I didn't get was the chest, which was the only thing that looked kind of good. Oh well. Now what? Oh, he's coming back. Please don't eat me. Chat is off during the cinematic, just heads up. But please avoid any spoilers because I don't think it's a long one. What if we just give him the eye? Okay. Chat will be on. I'm gonna have to be reading. Thou would use mine own eye against me. Time hath done not to dilute thy kind's depravity. I have not forgotten thee, dragoon. Mine essence claimed thee once, and shall do so again. Oh boy.
No, worm! This ends here!
Whoa. How is he still alive? He stabbed him through the skull. Oh, did he just stab him in the eye? No. Oh, ew. Yep. Oh yeah, blood covered. Oh shit, he actually killed him. He pulled out the other eye. Dude!
You gifted my people 1,000 years of suffering! Now I gift you an eternity in darkness.
That's not gonna help things be calmer. Okay, this look on his armor, this red look, I know it's blood, but this red look looks amazing. Oh no. Why is it hurting every time we get the light back? It didn't hurt the first time when we were making them. Yeah, we had a little bit of a headache, but because we always get a little bit confused when we go into Echo. But now it's like she's physically in pain. But at least it's up. When is this? Oh, is this when they killed the first dragon?
They are ours, Lord Eldrath. The eyes of Nidhogg.
Aye. The worm lies broken and my father is avenged. With the wellspring of his vitality thus denied him, Nidhogg shall not linger long in this world. But behold the terrible price we have paid. My sire is dead. So many brother knights slain. We traded our honor for the strength which now courses in our veins. And still we are forced to make such sacrifice.
But not in vain, my lord. Hraesvelgr is the only great worm left in Dravania, and he dares not leave his lair. With Nidhogg's eyes in your possession, who now can challenge the might of Ishgard, ascend the throne, and take your rightful place as the ruler of our people?
Nay, my friend. I must forsake the mantle of king. Though Nidhogg be defeated, his wormling horde yet darkens the skies with wings beyond counting.
I'm confused.
As one who partook of Ratatoska's strength, it shall be my penance to bear a knight's arms until death grants me leave to retire. When that day comes, no prince shall perish, but a hell's-bound hunter of dragons.
But Lord Haldreth, what then shall become of the royal line?
Think of your people, my lord. Without a king, who will the common man turn to in his hour of need? How will he find his way without your benevolent hand to guide him?
I thank you, Sir Flavian and Sir Silvertrill, for dispelling my remaining doubts. With men of such wisdom and compassion in service to the realm, 'tis plain that Ishgard has no need of a king. But if you must bow to the demands of tradition, you need look no further than yourselves for one worthy to wear the crown. Fare thee well, my brother knights, my loyal friends. On these shoulders shall I bear the weight of my father's sins. With this lance shall I repay the debt accrued through our misdeeds.
What cruel jest has fate played upon us? Have we seized this desperate victory only to lose a king?
We can but act as our lord has bid. We few who remain must divide between us the rulership of Ishgard and her people.
Not I. My oath was to Lord Haldrath, and he alone. If he is not to be king, then I would hang up my shield as well.
Will you abandon us too, sir?
I would wash my hands of blood and betrayal, and take up an honest trade. Mayhap I shall serve ale instead of sharpened steel.
So that's the origin of the 4 houses that rule Ishgard. But there are 5 men standing there. Oh, 6. Okay, maybe.
We 4 then.
Yep.
Forton, Hylanat, Dyrendare, and Zemail.
but 4 houses to rule all of Ishgard.
And what of the throne?
We keep it empty. Until the day a king rises once more, we must assume the role of stewards. We shall shape our nation anew with a history of our own making, and let the truth of this dark day die here, upon the battlefield.
I'm going to have to look better into the cinematic. If that guy had both of Nithog's eyes, then how...
What ails you, friend? Are you wounded?
How do we have a third one now? Like, how did you get one back?
You have borne witness to history. To the culmination of the first battle with Nidhogg.
Yep.
The legend of Ishgard's founding tells that our ancestors were led to the land of Kurthus by the valiant King Thordan. In the midst of their journey, they came to a wide chasm, where they were set upon by a great worm, Nidhogg. A furious battle then ensued, with Thordan leading the van. Though the brave king was slain defending his people, his son, Haldrath, the first Azure Dragoon, fought on undaunted. And with a mighty thrust of his lance, he gouged out Nidhogg's eye, forcing the wicked creature into retreat. Thus did this eldritch orb become a sacred treasure of Ishgard, lending its power to every knight deemed worthy to bear the title of Azure Dragoon.
I also want to point out the eyes don't look the same. You're saying?
A rousing tale, is it not? Would that I could still believe it. But your vision, which we must accept as immutable truth, leaves no room for doubt, save on one point. If Haldrath took both of Nidhogg's eyes, then how came this eye to be lodged in the worm's skull?
Exactly! We have 2 sockets, 3 eyes. That's not normal. Don't let me touch the eye. Ugh.
Beneath every answer we unearth, another question lies buried. "'Twas a fierce battle, but one I knew we would win. Your fame is well deserved, warrior of light. Full proud am I to have fought at your side. I would fain return with all swiftness to Ishgard to inform the Lord Commander of our triumph. But we must first have words with Hraesvelgr. There are parts of this tale that the worm has kept from us, and I would know wherefore."
Hraesvelgr has yellow eyes, and he's missing an eye. Is this his eye that was in Nidhogg's head? Though Nidhogg is fallen, my heart is yet heavy. And the stain of corruption pleases me not. When all hath been put to rest, I must need forge my armor anew. Yes. Oh, that, like, your armor looks badass though, but I understand. Now we have this thing. Oh, I also got a card. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Hraesvelgr then gave him one of his eyes, because Hraesvelgr had... I noticed when we talked to him yesterday, he only had one eye. And I found that kind of confusing, because we hadn't heard anything about anybody taking his eyes out. And he had... the remaining eye was yellow. This is why I didn't really recognize Nithak right away, because I thought Nithak would have red eyes, like the eye he had. With the Nithak fallen, none save Rasvulgur remains to answer our questions. Let us trouble the worm again. And if Isart yet lingers as seeneth, all the better. I would have her hear the truth from the dragon's maw. Yeah, we're just gonna scooch over there. I also have this. How many, like what? Mr. needs to walk through the car wash. Yes. He does. What do I need to be able to fly in this area, by the way? I need one thing, and that would be that quest over here. I think we should grab it. What do you want me to do so you allow me to fly? This Muggle is scouring every nook and cranny in Zenith. Okay, what do you need? Hide and seek seems like a fun game at first, but I had no idea everyone would be so good at it. Now I just want to go home. Could you find the other 3 Muggles and tell them it's time to leave? Kupo. Yes, I will happily do that. Because for that I will be allowed to fly. And flying is amazing. So we just have to find Muggles. Hello. I can't believe you found me. I'll find an even better hiding spot next time. Kupo. I'd prefer if you didn't. Just go home. Oh. Up. Oh, there's one. How do I get up here? There we go. Hello. You actually found me. Aw, well I suppose it's time to go home. Kupo. It's so funny that they always end their sentences with Kupo. Alright, I'm missing one. One missing Kupo is over there. I see him. Let's go this way, this way. Ah, hello. Emasculated Muggle. What? I fell asleep in my hiding place. I think I'll return to my comfy bed. I don't... What? That name didn't make sense to me. Okay. Well then. Look at them all together there. Hello. Will you give me flying now? Please? Unbelievable. You've already found all the Muggles. Finally, we can go home. I've never seen such skillful seeking in my life, Kupo. Sorry to make you find everyone. We usually don't hide this well. You'll be the first one we invite to our next game. Please don't. I will happily... like, avoid it. Some upgrades. Yes! We can fly! Woo! Now is the question. Can I go up there? Like, how high can I go? Up we go. Up. I want to see if I can get up on top of these things. You can go really high. So there's just grass up here. It looks pretty though. And we have the island over there with the statue. Mount can fly no higher. Okay, we found the top of the world. Good. And now... Oh, look at this, look at this, look at this! We found a view spot! Okay. Look out. This was my sightseeing log entry. Let's check it out. It's not this, it's this. A majestic fortress in the Rasvulgur domain, watched over at the great worm behest by the Muggles who make their home in the churning mist. Though the years 1,000 of them have taken their toll, it still stands proud and strong, stirring the hearts of all who lay eyes upon it. Well, yes. Now, one of the handy things is, like, there is no fall, like, you can't die from fall damage if you're not in combat. So at least going down is gonna be easy. No, come on. No, game. Oh, damn you. I thought I had like the perfect way to get down. How evil you make me fly down on my own. Actually, make some effort in my video games. It's horrible. Alright. She's still here. Hello. And hello, Estinian. She has scarcely moved since last we parted. Rasvulgur confession will soon shake her from her stupor. We'll see. It was you, was it not? The furious scream of the dragon carried far. You have slain Nidhogg. Who more could you desire from this place? Will you not allow Rasvulgur to mourn the death of his kin in peace? Spare us your sanctimonious judgment, Ice Maiden. We have a gift for the Great Worm, and a mystery that can no longer lie buried. Lady Iceheart, the Dragonsong War was all but consumed alive and claimed many of your followers. This time we learn the truth of its beginning, the whole truth, that we may at last bring this bitter conflict to an end. Sound the horn, Warrior of Light. Alright. I don't know which one it's gonna be, but I'm gonna have to be able to read this, because the dragons speak only the dragon tongue. He reminds me of Falkor from Neverending Story. But look, yellow eye. Impenitent mortals ever seeking to bury old wrongs under new. I did send the moment of Nidhogg's demise.
You mean the moment I prized your eye from his head?
It would seem thou hast uncovered my secret. I, unto the blinded Nidhogg, did I yield one half of my strength. Well, you want your eye back? You can like have it. I don't care. We really gotta stop this fighting, dude. Ew. He has two eyes now. That has to be so weird, not being able to see from one side of your face for like thousands, like over 1,000 years, and then suddenly you're like, oh, I can see everything over here. And we are just one hallucination to the next. Ooh. Nidhogg, what has befallen thee? We are undone by covetous mortals that take Ratatoska's eye and glut their appetite upon her essence. She is slain then? What madness hath unmade our peaceful accord? Did I not warn thee, brother? They have ever been untrustworthy creature, these short-lived Ellison. We have not seen his eyes yet. thou wert enchanted by thy immortal maid, thy folly hath cost Ratoska her life, and me mine eyes.
And yes, Eskia is Kas Iskina.
Oh, my beloved Shiva, how swiftly are thy kin made bestial by their appetites.
Praise them, Tom Fal Ul and Les in Arnes. Seal.
Hresvelgur, it was thy blindness that did invite disaster into our land. Surrender thee and I to me, and let that be thy penance.
Listen.
I don't need to translate that.
Wafal an Ka'nya an Smahesnesh wa Saith an Yikin an Ailen an.
They bested me once, but I was reckless. I shall need but a single eye to inflict enduring torment upon these traitors, and every child on their line. He could have stopped it from the beginning. Yield to me thy strength, brood brother.
Star and stars.
My vengeance is begun. He could have stopped it from the start.
Has easy an in.
Thou hast borne witness to the scene from my past. So has she?
It was yours. Your strength that sustained Nidhogg all these years.
Would that Haldreth had dealt the worm a killing blow.
Kom an I for en kin luna hes mon in. Noskan straaf an ulstjas anan.
When my brood brother did appear before me, bloody and blinded, his life was all but spent. He demanded half my vigor that he might exceed his revenge upon the mortals who had wronged us.
And so you acquiesced. You surrendered your eye to Nidhogg, knowing full well the suffering he would inflict.
Oh, I forgot I have to click.
This one som anshin in Ela.
The peace my beloved so dearly desired had been shattered by her own kin.
Echmon ratan in El. Esklos niseg a. Liz eskan gaan.
The treachery claimed my brood sister's life and my brood brother's reason. Think thou thy fist of indignation will move me to remorse?
I'm fire. Call an. Tomlos ineskla.
Go, mortals, take your unruly passion and leave this place. Your presence here spelleth naught but misery.
Kas ehi hiso. Sek mon ina an. Stray snowfall in sith I an.
For if not for Shiva's soothing embrace, I would slay you where you stand. Woe betide you, should the bond we share ever weaken. But I guess, for now, he's got to save then. mean, we don't have to worry about the dragons killing them for now, I guess. Oh. For a moment, I looked wrong on this thing, and I thought this person had the eye embedded on their shoulder. Oh, something new. Oh, that's kind of cute. It's like very garish, but it kind of works. Definitely works better in other colors, but it's the one I'm gonna get. Though he lifted not a single claw, it would seem that Thrasvelgur weakened wreaked his own manner of vengeance against us. Wow, I can't speak. I fear so. What now?
'Twas my life's goal to slay Nidhogg, but I find there is little joy to be had in its accomplishment.
But you have rid the world of a hate-filled creature, and ended a bloody war in so doing.
I lost my family to Nidhogg's flames, and 'twas with fury in my heart that I took up the lance. Every blow I struck in the name of vengeance. We were not so different, he and I.
I will not judge you for your deeds. I have not the right. Too many innocents have perished in the name of my greater good.
Yet even with all that has passed, the tale is incomplete. We are short a great worm's eye. Of the pair which Haldreth took from Nidhogg, only one is known to us, the one I bear. What then became of the other?
That is a good question.
Why did Nidhogg, who had taken such pains to prolong the Dragonsong War, suddenly decide to hurl his entire army against the walls of Ishgard? Lord Commander. Aye. The deed is done. Nidhogg is slain. What? In the city? A battle with whom?
What?
At once, Lord Commander. Hold firm till our return.
But we killed the dragon.
Fighting has broken out in the city. Lord Emmerich was sparse with the particulars, but it seems some commoners threw open the gates to a force of heretics.
I gave no order to attack.
Are we to mark the end of the Dragonsong War by spilling the blood of our own? Mayhap Hraesvelgr was right about us. Let us away, Warrior of Light. The people must be saved from themselves.
Yeah. This is bad.
Wait!
You have a plan?
There has been enough violence. I will appeal to my people in the city and make them see reason.
Okay. Come on then.
Come then, Lady Iceheart. Let us write the final chapter in this damnable war.
We have some round table action going on. Ooh.
A small army of heretics has invaded the city, Your Eminence. But there is no cause for concern. A sizable contingent of our soldiers is already in place to repel the Dravanian assault, and the intruders will soon find themselves outnumbered and outmatched.
Our plans proceed apace, then?
Yes, Your Eminence. This unrest shall serve to feed the people's fear of the heretics and the dragons both.
And lend renewed fervor to their prayers for deliverance. Very good. Grant our guests what time they need to sow a measure of chaos, then order the Temple Knights to crush them.
Your will be done.
It's actually a thought. If no one was supposed to be on the throne, how did we end up with the Holy See? I have a feeling the other eye is somewhere there. Under the control of the Holy See. Oh, Asians.
The moment is at hand. Excellent. All shall soon be in alignment. It is time for the Bringer of Light to die.
So aggressive against me. Well, shit. Hey! Orkinvant! Nice to see you!
Comrades! Sheathe your swords! There is no need for further bloodshed!
My lady!
She is come! Hear me, brothers and sisters! The war is ended! Nidhogg is no more! Aye, it is so! This adventurer and the Azure Dragoon laid the Great Worm low!
They were on the dragon side, weren't they, though? They might take that wrong.
The endless cycle of violence between man and dragon was born of our forefathers' treachery. You have followed me, bled with me, to bring this truth to light that we might all know peace. But Nidhogg is dead. Nidhogg is dead, my friends! He who bore such hatred towards Ishgard is dead! Let his hatred die with him, I say! Let us sheathe our swords and go in peace!
Have we lost?
No, my friend! Far from it! At long last, the peace for which we have so desperately fought is within our grasp. And I, for one, would not forsake it. Peace?
I wonder how the Holy See is gonna
Seize the
react.
witch! Let none escape!
Oh shit. Come on. They stopped fighting.
Providing aid and succor to the wounded should be our first concern. If the heretics mean to observe the peace, then it would be folly not to do the same.
Exactly. So they've gone. Let us see how long this peace lasts. Yeah. I was rather too close for comfort. But it would seem that the calm is returning to the street. My mind, however, yet clamours with 1,000 questions. You return to Ishgard in the oddest of company, my friend. Yeah, things evolved in interesting ways up above. I look ridiculous. But I am thankfully in Ishgard, so I can just do this. Oh, we could potentially get equally matching Garry's colored pants. Good. Thankfully, none of these is for us. That, my friend, was rather too close for comfort. Praise alone that things did not end in bloodshed. I confess I was more than a little dismayed to see you in company of Lady Iceheart. Whatever is going on, Majesty? Beg pardon, you travelled to the Churning Mist together along with Astinian? Never was there a more unlikely alliance, nor one so magnificently effective. Neatok dead, the heretics pacified. Father and Sir Emeric must know of this. Let us break the news to them together. I will bring Sir Emeric to Fort Thames Manor. Yes, an excellent suggestion. Very well, Majesty, and I shall await you there. I think that's a great idea. Okay, we can just go straight up here. But yeah, this is not what the Holy See was planning. I also just worry a little bit about what the Holy See is planning. Because based off what we saw in the earlier cinematic, the four houses were to rule Ishgard as stewards, not as kings. The throne was to remain empty until, like, I guess, a proper heir would come around or something. But now, the throne is ruled by the Holy See, and I'm curious how that happened. There has to be some story behind that we will hopefully get to see, like, later on. How did the nation of Ishgard go from, well, being what they were to a nation of very heavy focus on religion and faith and fight against heretics and stuff? It seems odd. Well, in we go. Victim says video games have taught me to never trust a religious power. Yeah. That shadow blinked over there for some reason.
Praise Halone, you are safe.
Yes.
My safety was never in doubt, Father. For I had the Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light by my side. We bring the most wonderful tidings.
It's one hell of a story to try to explain.
The infamous Lady Iceheart, here in Ishgard? This is most unexpected.
She has done much to quell the violence. The Inquisition may not approve, but we are glad of her presence.
And with the Great Worm's demise, even our nation's more reactionary elements will have scant grounds to press for her immediate impeachment.
My thoughts exactly.
What of the truth revealed to us by Hraesvelga? That the origins of the Dragonsong War, a core tenet of Ishgardian faith, are quite unlike those depicted in the scriptures.
That men and dragons once lived together in harmony, and that it was man's treachery which shattered the peace and plunged our peoples into war.
The same scripture also describes the origins of the High Houses. Were it exposed as false, the legitimacy of our rule would be called into question. If both Highborn and Lowborn can trace their ancestry to Thordan and his knights, 12.
But a single sip of dragon's blood is required to confirm their lineage.
If the Holy See knew of this and chose to remain silent, their crimes are grievous indeed. Regardless, this state of affairs cannot be allowed to continue.
Sir Emmerich, you cannot mean to raise this matter with the Archbishop.
Pray consider what you are proposing. If the Holy See chose to conceal the truth for centuries, what reason would they have to reveal it now?
At best, you will be branded a heretic and clapped in irons.
Then at least the Archbishop will have shown his true colors. My friends, this war will never truly be at an end until the truth is made known. You must see what lies on the horizon if it is not. When ruled by fear of a common enemy, we were united. But now we have none. During the war, the highborn needed men to lead, and the lowborn men to follow. Not anymore. 'Tis but a matter of time before the old order is called into question. Lady Iceheart will share the truth with her followers, and the Holy See will be powerless to stop its spread. The disenfranchised will rise up united, and blood will flow in the streets once more. A divided Ishgard will not survive.
Politics are hard.
Tread carefully, Lord Commander.
Especially in Ishgard.
My lady, is it wise to let him go? I sympathize with the Lord Commander's desire for reform, but to approach the Archbishop in this manner bespeaks an idealism to which I did not think Sir Emmerich prone.
Though he comports himself as a realist, he has long dreamt of reform. 'Twas that idealism which first drew me to him. That which made me swear an oath to serve. We must not think of ways to hinder his cause, but rather ways to aid it. Even should the Holy See cry heresy.
You cannot mean...
If the Lord Commander does not return from the vault at the appointed hour, I mean to go and fetch him.
Have care, my lady. Your words border on treason. Should they reach the wrong ears, you will be declared an enemy of Ishgard.
That is a risk I am willing to take. Lest you forget, my lord, I am not born of this land. My loyalty is to the Lord Commander alone. But I speak only of what may come to pass. If the rumors regarding his heritage are to be believed, we have naught to fear.
Lies and slander.
Forgive me, what rumors are these?
That Sir Emmerich is the Archbishop's bastard son.
Well, okay.
Senior clergy are not permitted to marry and sire children. But even the holiest among us are not immune to temptation.
I labor to believe it. Sir Emmerich is truly the Archbishop's son.
Rumored to be.
He has never been publicly acknowledged as such. But the rumors have plagued him since childhood. That he rose to his current position, despite being despised as a bastard and accused of profiting from his father's influence, bespeaks the quality of his character. It is my hope that on this occasion, the burden of his birth will work in his favor. Should our worst fears be realized, the Archbishop will not be so quick to execute his own flesh and blood, affording us time to mount a rescue.
Bastard or trueborn, he is our nation's best hope. If the Holy See dares to threaten him, I shall lead the charge against the Vault myself.
Hear, hear! The future of Ishgard rests on Sir Emmerich's shoulders. I too will do mine utmost to aid his cause.
Orshafon, be reasonable.
Everybody's turning to treason.
A knight lives to serve, Father. To aid those in need. The people need Sir Emmerich more than ever, and we may be his only hope. There is no greater calling for a knight than to save the life of his fellow man.
Yeah,
I swear to you,
like,
on the
Jon Snow in a
sigil
way.
of our house, that I shall do this and make you proud.
Even you? Romantic, reckless fools, the lot of you. So be it. Make your preparations.
Yay, he's on our side. He doesn't want to say it,
I
but he
thank
is.
you all for your support.
Ah, this is wonderful. Now, I'm gonna have to take a break for dinner now in a few minutes, but I'm thinking about streaming again later tonight. What I'm curious about is I'm gonna make a little poll. What is, how do I do this? Do we want to try another game or continue this one? Wait. I've actually figured out how to do the polls without being stuck with the yes and no option, so that's pretty cool. Is it gonna show up? Did it work? Yes, it worked. There are 7 of you, so you rule tonight's activities. It's all very exciting. I haven't decided on which game though. Like what the options are. I want to know if people want to go with Final Fantasy or it seems like it's gonna be Final Fantasy. I think that's a good choice. So we're coming up on something interesting, are we? Because you're all very, very eager. So, I'm gonna take a break now for about maybe an hour, something like that. About an hour-long break. I'll put up the next stream in a minute, and we will continue. But for now, just thank you so much for watching. We're going to be playing Final Fantasy again later tonight. So I will see you in about an hour. Just wait for a minute for the stream schedule to come up. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a lovely dinner.